Well, you mentioned that you selected the travel channel after there was some other networks interested. Why did you select the travel channel over the competing networks?
Again, not lucky. It's just I had a good friend, relationships, right? Melissa Grego was someone that I had met when I was doing stuff with Norman Lear. She really liked the show we were trying to do. Worked at Variety. I called her and I said, hey, you're not sure if you're that interested, would be that interested, but just signed a deal with this guy who's putting up millions of dollars to go and make a play in poker. She said, well, let me see what I can do. So she puts a little article in Variety that gets picked up on the wire and goes across the country and is in papers all over the place on Reuters. I get calls literally the next day from 3 networks, ESPN, the precursor to Spike, and the Travel Channel, all of them saying, we want to be a part of this. What a difference, a few $1 million makes. The Travel Channel offered us something that nobody else would, and we were insisting on. And again, I think if there are lessons, and I don't presume to have more experience. There are probably many of you that have more experience than I do in the business world, but I can say that one of the lessons I've learned through this whole process is, what was I about to say? What was the story I was telling? I got completely lost in my head. What was the story I was just, come on, what was I just talking about?
Stick to your guns, primetime real estate.
That's it, stick to your guns. One of the big lessons that I think, one of the big lessons I learned as you get really old and tired is that there's sometimes you're going to know you're right. And even when you get a big push, when you have a big gun like ESPN sitting in, and looking at you saying, we would like your show, but. And those but conditions are things that you believe will really not make it work. No matter how delicious that other thing looks like, you can't do it. And we insisted from the very beginning that we had to have a regular time slot. I mean, poker had been on the air late night, just thrown out so nobody could find it. If we were going to get an audience, we had to have a chance to be appointment television. You had to be able to say, come back next week so you can see the next exciting, amazing World Poker Tour event. ESPN was nowhere near being able or willing to do that. The Travel Channel, this place, first I said, why in the world would we be on Travel Channel? But if you think about it, it fits a great paradigm for cable television, which is you don't hit the nail on the head. You don't just have to do a travelogue. We're traveling all over the world, doing something people love to do. And that model's been the best, most successful show they've ever had on their air. But more than anything, they said, we'll give you Wednesday night. We'll put you in prime time. And we will, we'll put you there as long as it works. And that was just something we couldn't pass up. So we negotiated the deal with them. That one almost didn't happen because they wanted to make a harder deal and we refused to do it. They put us on for 1 year. Did a 1-year deal, which if you're ever working in a network, don't make that deal. Because what happened to us was we became a hit. So we're negotiating our longer-term deal as a hit. And that allowed us to do things that most people don't get in television. We own all our content. We own all the rights to the international sales of television. We own all the merchandising rights. And we own what we do, which is allowing us as a company to grow and truly become what MGM became for films for the poker world. So we have a very valuable library of assets that we're growing over time.